All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome. Here we are on the old small tribes cluster. Today, we have weekend rates, which is awesome. It means that we actually have weekend breeding rates also, which is hella dope. So we're going to get an opportunity to raise up those gigas and those char-chars and those rexes and basically everything. I don't know if I have the ability to necessarily get it done, but we're gonna do our best. We won't try and raise up every car char and every giga, but I do want to pop them all out, I think, and see if maybe we can get a breeding pair of car chars and gigas. Because I'd like to just pop out some eggs, from time to time. No big deal. But yeah, we're gonna need some more troughs. We're gonna need really a bunch of stuff. So my berries and stuff over here are all full. We popped out all of our stegs again and all of our whatchamacallums. So let's fill these up. Let's get another 25 or so stacks of berries. Let's make sure those are all the way full, and then we're gonna go do an element farm real quick because I'm way out of Ellie. We need to get some Ellie and some Polly, and then we can go ahead and make some more tech drops. And when we make some more tech drops, yeah, I got all my UDs cooked down last night. I got all my berries cooked down last night. I accidentally actually spawned stupid uh, Rexes. So they're going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass to raise. But I do definitely want to raise them. So we're going to do that. But to do that, we need a lot more tech drops, right? We can't raise all of these creatures on just one tech. Hopefully, everything goes well. Oops, that's right. I can't just climb up there right now. Oh, I don't even need to go up there. We're doing troughs. The trough's all full. That trough's all full. Good to go. Back over here. Yo, what's up, Twisty? What is up? I finally ended up taking your advice last night because I had like 2 more hours to go until my creatures were gonna need care. And I just didn't have it in me to be awake anymore. So I just cryoed everything and went to sleep like you said. I should have done it earlier. I would have gotten more sleep last night, but ah well. What are you gonna do, right? Why did I come over here? What am I thinking? This is not where I want to be at all. I get teleported over to the other server so we can farm some Ellie dust and shit. That's... Whoops. Put all that crap over there. Put this right here. Some of that. See if maybe I don't crash this time when I switch servers. Pretty much every time I've switched servers so far this morning, my game has crashed, which has been awful. Please no crash. No crash. Heyo. So you popping them back out now? Yeah, I already threw all the turtles and stegos out again. Went ahead and did it before we started streaming. Just to kind of get things prepped up. Um, hey, what's up, Damien? Holy crap. Oh, that's right. That's Charles, isn't it? That's right. Been a while since I've seen you through the Twitch. How long left on Giga? 16 hours, I think. So, won't really be raising them up until tomorrow. We'll be good. I jump back and forth between Twitch and YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a long one, but we'll be all right. No, I think I'll use my Manic armor for now. And then I'll just go ahead and break out one of the T-Rexes when it gets done. Or I can gather meat with fairies too, right? Because I've got one of the fairies already out and already started with the imprint. So it'll be good to go. Things are being really glitchy right now. What's going on? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Somebody, please help. But yeah, so as soon as I get some of the creatures spawned up here. Oh my god, why? Why? I'm just like bouncing all over the place. What in the hell is going on? Just saw the new gameplay for Dune Awakening. Yeah, I saw some of that too, Gilbert. uh, gotta do those spring cleanings, Twisty. But yeah, I was watching Syntac this morning actually, Gilbert, with um, apparently went on a trip to Norway or whatever and got to play the game there at the facility and had some good things to say about it. Um, I don't know if it's something that I'm going to be interested in. Maybe. Um, it'll just depend on how they get a lot of those things implemented. They've got some good ideas, but if the gameplay doesn't feel good, then I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Been laggy today, yeah, so I wasn't having a problem until literally just now. Uh, this doesn't. Oh, this is active. Why is this active? Okay, well that's fine, I guess. And like 4 vaults, literally, so it's, yeah. Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Probably my fault. I walked in and the servers were like, oh shit, hide. There was a meteor storm for an hour and 15 minutes. Gonna get back to it, pop back in an hour or so. Yeah, Twisty, have a good time with that. Sucks to have to do that stuff, but it's nice to be prepared for when PvP stuff happens. Absolutely. An hour and 15-minute meteor storm. That is some bullshit. Let me tell you. Okay. PvP ain't stopped on here? Yeah. No, I imagine. You big tribe people, you always be getting after it. I don't know how y'all do it. Seriously, I'd be so stressed out all the time. I'd be so stressed out. Been hard fob for a week now. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. If you fob me for a week, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. Just move to another server. Take all my bullets with me. Like seriously, it's easier to just move to another server than it is to fight off the fob. It would take you less time to just rebuild your base than to fight off a week-long fob. Ridiculous. I'm gonna crash right now. Oh my god, game. What are you doing to me? Alright, y'all gotta go on a black screen for a second. This is like the third time I've crashed already this morning. We are going to stream today. This is happening. I have all these creatures. I want to get all these creatures raised. We're in a really good place, and we could be in a really good place after this weekend. So when I looked at the community crunch and saw that they were going to have breeding rates this weekend, they talked about the fact that breeding tends to really fuck their servers, these breeding events, because people are just popping tons and tons of dinos and stuff like that. Um, and so they end up really bogging down the servers, and they're running some test. No, they're definitely this weekend. It's right now. If you look at the Discord, they've got the server rates at 1:04 p.m. for me, so just short of 3 hours ago. Yeah, we have 4x maturation, 4x hatching, zero point 0.6 cuddle interval, and 4x imprinting right now. It's going to take like 15 minutes to get back into the game right now because the game, when it kicks me out like that, NVIDIA GeForce Now forces me to wait until that other session times out, which is a 10-minute or 15-minute timer. So we're going to be sitting here, sitting at a black screen for a minute. So we're going to talk about a little stuff, I guess. That's why I never want to play a game with open world PvP force. So, Gilbert, I think that's actually a really good thing to know about yourself, right? If you're not going to be interested in PvPing, then you definitely shouldn't play forced PvP games. And I think people get, um, it's unfortunate because there isn't a PvE and PvP version of all the games out there. So you see cool mechanics and you want to go interact with those mechanics, and then you can't because it's a PvP game. So sadly, didn't get your health though in the dread. Oh, that sucks. Um, well, I should be able to pop another egg today, so I'll give you another egg that has my guaranteed health and melee stats. And at full imprint, it'll be almost 200% melee, so that's pretty dope. If I ever manage to get back on the game, which might not happen, I'm going to be dead when I get back. My Dode might be dead when I get back because it's going to fall down. Oh my god, this is so awful. Fuck this game sometimes. Anyway, yeah, I think it's important to know, like, this isn't the game for me and not play it. But so the reason I like to play the open world PvP. The closest to forced open world PvP that I can tolerate is Ashes of Creation. Anyone can attack anyone. But if a flagged person attacks someone that's not flagged, they become corrupted, marked on the map, the entire server to hunt down and kill, and they lose gear. Yeah, so I think the corruption system is actually a good solution from Ashes. Yeah, absolutely, Glacius. I can definitely hook you up, no problem. Um, and I think as they refine that system, it's going to work really well. But the reason I like forced open world PvP, Gilbert, is because PvE games are just too easy. Um, because there isn't yet a good enough AI for the games that the computer is actually a threat to you most of the time. Once you become proficient at a game, the computer is just a punching bag. And while it's great to, if you're a boxer, if you want to refine or maintain your skills, right? You punch a punching bag, you use a speed bag, you do all these things, but there's still things that have a pattern, right? They react to what you do, not just in a way that's predictable, because people tend to be fairly predictable, but a way that is absolutely predictable. It is always going to react to your impact in the exact same manner. And the same thing is true of NPC enemies, right? They always react in the same manner. And it's really hard to program variance into that. So until we actually have games that run legitimate AI models that are, capable of doing things um, by, quote unquote, choosing to do things in a different way, then we just don't have the ability to make PvE as interesting as PvP. And so I play ARK. Um, Agreed, which is why people get so good at games. Once Human, for example, they can completely solo the absolute hardest content, and they get absolutely. And unless you literally make it impossible by making weapons not able to do enough damage and putting, there's time limits on how long you can spend in those boss fights and stuff. So the only way to make it so that somebody can't solo that stuff is to make it so that you just cannot possibly do enough damage by yourself. And that's not fun, right? You want to be able to overcome the challenge. So they can't do that. But that's why I play PvP, right? I don't necessarily go looking for a lot of PvP in this game, but I want to know that there's an element of unpredictability where no matter what I'm doing, another player might come and kill me, right? Every time I see another player in this game, there's a moment where, like, my heartbeat jumps a little bit and I don't know what's going to happen. Is that person going to come fight me? Is that person so busy doing something else that they don't even care that I exist? Did that person maybe not even see me? And do I maybe now have an opportunity to go make a play on them? Like, so many things run through your head so fast because there are so many potential outcomes that you just don't know yet. And so that's why I play PvP, is because I feel like it causes me tension. Hey, what's up, Mustang? Yeah, we're on a black screen because my GeForce Now crashed, and it shows all of my credentials for like my Steam and all that stuff when I'm logging in. So we go to a black screen whenever I'm having to relog into GeForce Now. I probably should get some sort of a waiting screen or something like that, but well, I'm a bad streamer, so here we are. Instead, we're just talking over a black screen. But yeah, no, I'm super excited for um, games to maybe be able to implement some better AI systems. There's a game that's supposed to be coming out fairly soon that has some bosses that use like AI algorithms and stuff to try and learn and change the way they fight. So we'll see about that. You're like, I'm over here hitting my happy little trees. I don't want to be interrupted hitting my happy little trees. Oh, look, let's kill the happy little bird. Then back to chopping the happy little trees. Hey, that's fine, Gilbert. That's fine. I, me and my older brother played a little bit of Power World and stuff when it first came out. And I really enjoyed just me and him on a non dedicated session. Didn't have to worry about anything. There was nobody coming to attack us or anything. And we just ran around collecting cute little pals and building our little base. And, I mean, we played for 3 or 4 days, just like straight hard when it first came out. Eventually, I got kind of bored because, again, there's no tension, but I can get a good 3 12-hour days out of pretty much any PvP game, or sorry, any PvE game that's even super basic like Power World was when it first came out. If it had some more interesting mechanics, I could have even kept going with it on PvE. I mean, we played the PvE versions of Once Human, and it took like 3 months before I got bored of that game, or 4 months before I got bored of that game. So there is there is certainly something to be said for the enjoyment of those games, and they can be a little more. Um, I don't even know what the word is for, or what the right word for it is, but it's like you said, right? Your happy little trees, your happy little bird. Um, I feel like games that don't have those PvP elements tend to have this sort of brighter, more positive vibe. And I actually like that as well sometimes, right? That bright, positive vibe feels good to be in. It just gives you this almost sort of uh, hopeful emotion while you're playing. And that feels good, even if the game isn't super, super fun to play. And that's something that I don't feel like I've ever gotten out of any PvP game. They've always got this like dark undertone because, they're trying to manufacture that tension. And I've never really seen a PvP game that didn't sort of have a dark undertone, that wasn't just this happy, you know, sort of positive environment where maybe sometimes you get murdered by other players. I feel like they always manufacture that tension with dark undertones, but they don't really need to do that because the tension is there because somebody might come murk you. I'm really going to need this GeForce Now thing to let me back into this game. I am less than thrilled. Done with the flag having a break. That is important. I like the tension in small doses, which is why I like Ashes of Creation so much right now. I want the "oh my god, is someone gonna kill me" vibe. I just started Caravan. I mean, I totally agree with you. I'm gonna play Ashes of Creation when it comes out, and I have this plan. Ashes of Creation is going to be a game that is very much about diplomacy and politics. And because that diplomacy and politics is going to get so complicated, what I want to do is I want to start a trading guild that is specifically going to be about not just artisan classes, but about transferring goods, about transporting goods from place to place. Because as things stand right now, if you're in a big guild and you want to be able to transport goods from your sort of base of power to maybe another allied guild's base of power that's maybe on the other side of the map, then you don't have the ability to do that without coming to some sort of agreement with every single guild in between you two, or without sending enough players to defend that caravan, and then ultimately reducing like the amount of players you have to defend in case somebody initiates a node war or something against you available, because it could take literal days to get to the other side of the map. So because that politics is going to be so complicated, and because there's going to be so many guilds that you quote unquote can't attack because you have alliances with them, you don't want to attack their caravans, what I want to do is I want to simplify it, and I want to get everybody to make that alliance with me. So instead of having to remember, 50 different guild names that you're not supposed to attack because you have some sort of alliance with them, you just have to remember my guild name, and you just don't attack my caravans because um, I'll be allied up with all those other guilds. They'll just know that, if I'm transporting goods, then I'm transporting it for somebody in that alliance. And so then it doesn't matter if y'all want to have some sort of other conflict, right? If you want to, go attack each other's caravans or have PvP node wars or anything like that, you still wouldn't have to worry about your caravans getting attacked because your caravans are running through my guild, right? I'm caravanning all of your stuff for you and taking myself a little bit of a cut of the profits to provide a whole lot of extra security. Oh yeah, we have one of those. The guild I'm in, we own the New Ayla in the southwest corner of the map. We actually have an agreement with other nodes to not attack our caravans, and we went a step further and notified the entire server that our guilds would actually come protect any caravan that they wanted to send to New Ayla. Hey, that's cool. That's a cool idea, protecting caravans that are coming to your city. But again, there's a limit to that because you can only go so far to protect a caravan coming into New Ayla. And so right now, right, that map is super small because there's only a couple of nodes. But eventually, somebody from 30 zones away might want to come to Nuela, and they can't wait for you to travel all the way up there to help protect them to come back. So I want to, have people all over the world who are um, doing transport runs, but they're all under that guild banner, and we'll be able to protect that way. And because of that, we'll be able to transport goods all over the place. All right, it finally let me back in. So I'm very excited about that. Very, very excited. I also think it'll give us a lot of influence over the map because if I can get enough big guilds to sort of join in, then I get to start to exert a little influence like, hey, if you want to stay a part of this little trade commission thing that we've got going on, then here's what I'm going to need from you. Right? There's going to be some stipulations. Okay, where the hell is my RG? Hey, we were able to whistle it. Holy crap. Now can we get our Doedicurus out of whatever hole it's in? Can. Alright, let's change our settings here. Again. And let's see how long we actually get to play this time. So we've got to go get some Words are hard. We've got to go get some freaking dust because I am running out of Ellie on my other server, and we need to make some more tech troughs. So, to do that, it's going to be a thing. So let's go get some element. Let's get that done. Itchy ass shit. They said they're going to be running tests, is what they said, to work on this breeding thing. But I gotta tell you, they are doing a piss poor job right now. This is even more broken than I felt like it was during the Winter Wonderland event. Like, I never really felt like the server was this glitchy during Winter Wonderland, and we had breeding and raising rates that entire time. So I don't know what quote unquote tests they're trying to do. But maybe they should do something else because it's not working. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. This is not going to be a fun day. We are. We're going to have a rough one. But we don't have a choice. Holy crap. It's like seconds of lag. This is crazy. I can't even pick this Doedicurus because every time I hit the little button, I like keep flying past it. Okay. Gonna lose my shit. Just gotta power through though. Just gotta power through. We gotta get us this element dust, and then we gotta get back over there. We've got a couple of hours, I think, before the creatures will eat all of the berries that I've got. I've got two completely full troughs of berries. I can't even, like, fight anything. This is so ridiculous. Oh my god. With the Doty on neutral, let him kill everything. Okay, that was something, I guess. We're going to try and power through this, but it's actually way worse than I thought. And it's just getting worse, which is a huge problem. Button. Finally get on press button. Finally pick. Like, I mean, it's 3 or 4 seconds sometimes between when I hit a button. And so this right here, this jumping back that you're seeing, is because the client or the server is running so slow that it's not able to figure out where I'm going and what I'm doing and where my player and my creature are. And so, because the game is server side authoritative, right? The server is telling my client, no, you're in the wrong spot. Because the server is so bogged down right now that it can't keep up with even just my motion. And so it's registering me not as far along as I've gotten. And so it's forcing me to do that rubber banding because it has no idea what's going on right now. And now suddenly it seems to have stopped. Yeah, and now everything's running really well. Every time I press the button, the action just happens. It's great. How the game is supposed to run. So yeah, I really don't know what's going on. It must have something to do with like when people are popping out creatures. And um, there must be some sort of calculation or something that the server is doing. And during that time that I was just having all that problem, it was doing it too many times and it was bogging the server down. So somebody was raising up some creatures, or somebody was popping some creatures out of eggs, or somebody was getting a bunch of eggs from breeding their creatures, or something like that. And it was just kind of all happening at once. The base health should be 144k health. It's only like 15 points. Well, so it's happening on every server, Glacius. It's not just this server. And it has to do with the breeding. That's why they're messing. They said they were doing tests on the breeding system to try and lessen the impact on the servers. Yeah, it's only like 15 or 16 points is my health stat, but it should come out to 144k HP when it pops out. But that's also why it's going to be intermittent with the lag, is because whatever it is, it's not happening all the time. Yeah, what's up, GundXD? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the channel. I am on the official Small Tribes cluster, yes. We're over here on the extinction server we started on. Just picking up some element to move to our other base. What about you? You playing some Extinction, or did you play Extinction at all when it first came out, Gund? Me on. Let me ride you, Dodicarus. Oh, yeah, now something's happening again. Somebody started popping out a bunch more eggs or something. So the game's freaking the hell out. Right, press button. Now we're riding. Yeah, this is insane. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this today. I um I am not interested in dealing with this much lag. So we'll see. We'll see how often it happens, and how bad it continues to be. But I don't I don't really care to be the guinea pig. I don't care to power through really, really bad implementations of things for stuff to get fixed. That's why I'm not playing in the alpha for Ashes of Creation. I don't seem to be as bad as you unless jumping on my mana. I mean, it's really, really intermittent, Glacius. Sometimes I have really, really good activation, and sometimes it's just absolute trash. But it's why I'm not like, doing alpha tests and stuff like that. Um, I want to play and enjoy my games, not be annoyed by trying to help people troubleshoot problems. That's not what I'm here for. We'll see. We'll see how bad it continues to be. It'd be really unfortunate to not be able to take advantage of the breeding weekend, because we definitely need our breeding to go on. Need to pop our eggs back out. I forgot to pop back out the Karchar and the Giga eggs, but we were still over at our base. Looks like I'm not the only one doing lampposts. Freaking nerds. Taking all my lampposts. I don't know who you are, but I want you to know I hate you. And that you're ruining my life. East land? No. No landing? That's fine. This freaking game, man. Oh yeah, somebody got all the light posts. Somebody went ham. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? I think I know where there's some more. Was it Welcome to the Jungle? Those little shits. Those little shits. I'm about to die. I don't have enough health, and I don't have any parachutes. It's gonna be one of those days, ladies and gentlemen. We are gonna be on that struggle bus. It's alright, though. I lived most of my life on the struggle bus. I've become very accustomed. I could come save you, but yeah, no, it's fine. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. Welcome to the jungle. We've got fun and games. Stupid armadillos. Alright. You get all the ones over here, too? I think they got all the ones over here, too. Boy, howdy, you weren't kidding. They have been busy. Alright, well, I think I know where maybe some more are. Back towards where I normally get started. Oh, oh, they missed one. Yeah, boy. What do you know about that? Alright, I don't mind flying around a whole lot, looking for some scraps. Like I said, I got a couple of hours here where I don't have to worry about those creatures. It should take them probably about 2 hours to eat all those berries. Maybe a little more. So we're fine. As long as we're back fairly quickly. We're just gonna fly around looking for lampposts. That's just gonna be the thing. Surely they didn't get every single one, right? There will come a day when We can bring mantises over here. And I'll do some ellie veins. And I'll just turn the ellie veins into dust. And bring them back over to my base. Because at that point, I think that'll actually be faster. If I have a good mantis. I do have some good mantises now. That's nice. Okay, I think these nerds have homing beacons on like every single light post in this whole game. You pick this whole thing clean. Oh, there's one. Ah, nerds. You missed one. Get wrecked. There maybe are some down here, right? I know there's some up here in the center. Oh, we ran out of stamina again. I'm not used to having to fly so long between nodes. So I keep forgetting to actually pay attention to my stamina. Womp womp. I saw some light posts up here. Oh yeah. Who's that man that can jam over any man's shack? Oh, we found some lampposts. I need to check how many element it takes. I think it's 17 element to make a freaking tech trough, which is kind of crazy. So much element. We need maybe 3 more. Um, or honestly, maybe 4 more. Probably like 3 for meats, 3 for berries. I think that would be pretty good for raising up my creatures. So in order to get 4 more troughs at 17 element each. That's 68 element. Yeah, I can get that. By whacking these. I got 100 last time I did this, I think. Although last time I did this, most of them weren't taken already. So we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Okay. For every problem, there is a solution. And now maybe understand why these ones weren't done. Because you have to be able to land on this little itty bitty. So if you're doing this by yourself, instead of with allies, you gotta land it like on this little itty bitty platform to be able to swing at it. And especially with the lag the way it is right now. What are you doing? Why are you running off of the edge? Why are you running? Okay, we've got 1 trough worth of element dust so far. We're gonna get there. Hey, what's up, Yumi? How are you today? What's the happy haps? There's a parasaur detecting me. First I was afraid. I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. Oh, is that you? That's funny. Then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong, and I learned how to get along. Okay. Are they mostly underneath me? Then you see me goodness. Why? Why are you... I hate all these fools. You, ready to get started there, Yumian? Are you making your character and stuff? I'm over on, 3431 is the extinction server I'm on. Thirty-four, 31. Can you break this? I think you might actually be able to break this. Maybe not, though. Looks like not. Alright. Yo. Were you next to me? Did not see you. I still do not see you. I ran away. Oh, okay. That's right, you better run. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Alright. Hopefully all these ones down here may be still here. Doesn't look like they are, though. Man, welcome to the jungle knows where all the spots are. Need a TP onto the server? Alright. Yeah, just let me know when you're here and what coordinates you're at, and I'll come grab you up, and then you can death port into the base. You have to death port to one of the southern beds, and then from there you teleport into the base, because the base can't have beds in it because of where it's at. Yeah, Yumian is going to jump in just to get a little bit of a head start here, so that they can get their little solo experience running, kind of like Mustang did before. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I haven't drank any water. I'm about to pass out. There we go. I'm at 53.558. All right. I'm a coming. I'm a coming. I'm coming home. Yeah, catch you later, Glass. Have a good one. Don't let this breeding event. No, Yumi and I have to focus on the stream. Like I said, I'm happy for you to use my base and all that stuff to get yourself a start or whatever, but I'm not really a very good tribe mate, especially because I'm streaming. So just everybody knows where all my stuff is, and I'm really focused on stream chat and stuff like that. So, unfortunately, I can't do the real tribe thing, you know? 53.5, 50.8. There's 53.5. Oh, are you actually down in the crack? Hey, there he is. All right. You gave me swamp aids. Yeah. You should be good to just deathport. And if you go to one of the beds in the south, like way down south, then you should be good to get on one of the teleports. Don't go to one of the trough beds, but I'm not worried about it, Yumi. I got it. I got it covered, brother. You do your thing. You do your thing. There should be one or two more raised RGs, but I don't think they have their weight leveled. I don't know. I mean, you'll just have to go through the creatures to see what's there for, getting your resources and stuff like that. All right. Had another person in the global chat ask if we could be chill. And that's just another opportunity to talk about um, just really the most fundamental thing that I think a lot of new people to this game don't recognize. because they don't understand how easy it is necessarily to transfer servers and to go just do all of your PvP related activities on other servers. And I know most of y'all have heard me talk about this before. It's just something I'm going to always harp on because it's one of those things that as players we can do to just generally make ARK a better game by playing it in a manner that's the most fun. And that is, if you live on a server, right, you have a base there, you frequently do stuff there, whether it's your farming server or whether it's your, your actual home server or whatever it is, you don't want to shit where you eat, right? If you're going to be on a server a lot, that just means you're going to interact with the other people on that server a lot more often. And so every time you attack someone on a server where you frequent for non PvP related activities, it just means that you're putting yourself at risk more and more every time you do one of those non PvP related activities. So minimize the number of servers that you do non PvP activities on. Are you kidding me right now? Right? You don't want to have every server. Um, be a server where you're doing PvP stuff or PvE stuff. But are you kidding me right now? Come here, RG. But if you don't attack people on those servers, then do you not have the Ingram, Yumian? If you don't have the Ingram, you can't use the teleports. Okay, this is starting to upset me. That's funny. 15,000 wyverns. You're a ridiculous person. Also, why do you have 15,000 wyverns? How do you have 15,000 wyverns? You're insane. You can't go in my bed? Oh, thank God. We finally got it. That's silly. There's one bed that you can't spawn in. It's in the bottom of Sanctuary. So let's go in here. So there's a bed like right here. You can't spawn in this bed because it's not in a good spot. So you need to spawn. There should be a bed down over here, and there should be a bed down over here. And you can spawn in either of these two beds, and then they have TPs that you can use to get into my base over here where SS 197 is. So yeah, you need to spawn in one of these. This bed is just a holdover from like a month ago when I was based over here, but that's just a little starter base. So one of the ones that are way down south. then you should be good to go. You don't have the Ingram? Okay. Um, in that case, I will have to just stay where you're at. I'm coming to you. I'll have to go ahead and help you get into the base then. And you'll have to go. You'll have to go back on birds and stuff. It's going to make things a little more difficult for you because this base location is not super easy to deal with, but it should be okay. I lived this way for a while, so. Well, if you don't have the teleport Ingram, then I need to take you to the base. You won't be able to spawn in the base because there are no beds in the base. There are now, Twisty, yeah. Um, so SS197 is another viewer that I basically made the same deal with as I made Yumian, which was they could just use my stuff. They haven't actually played in like 3 weeks, but I made the same deal with them that they could use my stuff to get um, started. Just spawn back in the same spot you were just at, Yumian, and I'll just pick you up and take you back. Yeah, so we're not really a tribe. I just tribe up other solos and let them use my resources and stuff to make their own bases. Uh, let's go. I'm gonna come bring you a bird, Yumian. Just hang out for a sec. I'll be right there. Actually, we're just gonna do it this way. It's faster. Oh, no, no, we're not. Never mind. I would. I would do a mega tribe thing if I didn't have to be in charge of it, and if nobody cared that I was streaming. But streaming it has such a negative impact, or at least it can, because of stream sniping, that especially in a game like ARK, um, you just really can't be streaming if you want to not have people, knowing where you are, knowing exactly what your defenses look like, knowing exactly what you're doing when you're trying to do defenses, stuff like that. But I tried to be a guild leader when New World first came out, I started a guild, and we had a lot of people. We were a full 100-person guild, and we had a lot of fun during the betas and stuff. But I very much underestimated how much hand holding it takes to be like a guild leader, and how much people want to be given objectives and given guidance. And I just don't have the time for that, really. Let me go see if I can find um, no more RGs in here. I'm gonna go teleport over to the other base and see if I can get another RG or something. Can you access the storage there? The link storage, you mean? Telling you they crave a chance to be noticed. It really doesn't for us. Others stream all the time while PvP. Oh, I could teleport you. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Let's see. This RG doesn't have weight leveled. And that one's a baby. Um, yeah, so in order to be able to use the base effectively, what you'll have to do, Yumian, is if you come down over this way, you're gonna have to do something about these stegos too. They're in the way. If you come over here, this is where the exit is, and you can throw out like an RG on this little lip here, and you can also land on this little lip and jump off, and then you just crouch and go back in. And so this is how I was having to do things before I was able to use the teleporters. They should be good, Twisty. I put 2 full troughs down there, so they should have a couple of hours. Since we're here, though, we might as well go check on them, I guess. And then this vault is where I would load things up. Or if you can use the linked storages, then that other base location over there, you can fill up the linked storage with 50 things at a time, and then bring it back over here and take it out of the linked storage so that you can, you know, put it in furnaces or whatever, and then craft whatever you need and do whatever you need here. There aren't really a ton of resources here right now because I already kind of took them all to the other base. So, yeah, I mean, anything that's still here, feel free to use. If you want to breed up any dinos or anything like that so that you can have imprints, you're welcome to do that. Use any of the Managarmers, except for the one that says M breed. And yeah, you should be good. Let's travel to another server. Let's go over to this server. And let's go check on the Carbos and the Stegos. We actually should be pretty close to imprint time, which is cool. Yeah, should be close to imprint time. I do need, because I threw them out and they went to sleep, they got cryosick or whatever. It's going to end up taking a little bit longer for them to get done, but that's fine. I'm actually probably going to need my whip too. Let's get out a little Ellie. And that. So whip it. Yeah, if I need to walk something, then I'll just take it out and throw it out, like outside, and walk it. No big deal. Go on a walk. Once a cuddle. Did that do 100%? I didn't even notice. Yes, it did. Once a cuddle. Nice. Cooked prime. Once a cuddle. Want to walk. Cooked prime. Once a cuddle. Alright, I actually have cooked prime meat over here. So I've got 2 walks, 2 cooked primes for the stegos. So we should be more than capable of handling that. I can't do the imprint on the theories. I will be able to do the imprint on this theory, though, in 3 more hours. I might have myself in a little bit of a pickle there. I don't know that I can get up there. Here we go. Move it, you fat shits. Victory. Well, now I'm stuck. Okay. Okay. Prime cooked fish meat? Who do you think you are? Kibble? I could make regular kibble, but I don't wanna. There we go. Once a cuddle. This is an actual nightmare. Alright, well, let's wait for some of these. How much time do I have? Is it 83%? Yeah, I saw. Crazy kids are crazy. Crazy kids are crazy. What's the health after the imprint? Which one of these wanted a cuddle? Was it this one? It was this one. 49.1K. That is insane. That's what that is. Batshit crazy. So we're going to wait for the rest of these to get. That one wants a cuddle. We're going to wait for the rest of these to get to where they want their imprint. And then I am going to come back with some cryopods and just cryo up the ones that I'm not quite ready to deal with. So that I can imprint them later because I don't want them to not have imprints, you know? An extra 9K base HP is insane. Well, I guess more like 8K, but still. That's true. If they're just the breeders, it doesn't. So I won't worry about that. But some of these are going to be the male FFAs that I take and chuck down that hole. I think I have them all named. It'd be pretty easy to keep track of. Like this one, I don't care about. Oop, that's bad. It is going to be a nightmare trying to breed in here. I thought that this space was bigger than it actually is, I think. I don't think I'll ever be to that point, Twisty. Don't think I'll ever be to that point. But now I've got my entrance covered up again. Okay, let's try and make this one go this way now. Okay, I can probably get in and out of here now. Good deal. Holy crap. I'm definitely not going to do this many at a time in the future. I think if I just try and raise like 6 or 7 at a time, that'll probably be good. This is too many. Hey, Elite 20. Thanks for the follow over on Twitch. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. How are you? The old days. Let's go check on... I can even get down my little hole here. I can. I want to go check my troughs here. 65. 84. Alright, let's go get... Even solos have trails of eggs that they can't be ass hatching or end up with hundreds of breeders. I hope that I have that problem, Twisty. I really do. That sounds like a really good problem to have. A rat hole for each dino, there you go. That's what I'll start doing, is I'll start raiding every single one of these rat holes on every single center server. And I'll just take every single one of them over and have them for breeding my dinos. And I'll just be that one asshole with all of these base locations taken up. Nobody else. My base spot. That's right, can't mesh them all. That's not true. Somebody totally could just mesh them all. It doesn't even take that long. Couple of minutes. Good to go. Alright. Why don't you hold on to those for me, bud? Finding them all before you recover, impossible. Maybe. Maybe. Let's go get some cryos. So I can cryo up creatures that want to go on a walk. 30k turret bullets is a whole lot. But having the dragon is nice. I was, when I was down in my island base, I was making 40k a day. But that was like 8 hours of hard farming every day to make that many bullets. Prime cooked meat. Prime cooked meat. And a walkie. That's actually going to be the breeder, so I don't even need to take that one on a walk. This one's an FFA, so we're going to take this one on a walk. Let's just go ahead and go out and do that real quick while I'm here. Walking by yourself. Walking by yourself. To the left, to the left, to the left. Whose is this? The NT. Oh, this is a person. I killed this person's creature. One of the ones who inted into my turrets. Probably destroy that thing. Need to get me an Arthropleura or something. Alright. Oh yeah. They should be back in the corner. If you go on the other side of the deadies, behind the air conditioners, there's a cryo fridge back there. That Argentavis doesn't have a lot of weight pumped in it. The only weight RG that I have is the one that I was using to get belly dust. So if you need a weight RG, then you'll just have to use the one that I was using. Let's get all the Giga and Karchar eggs. Bring them back over there. I have power. I do not have power. Hang on. Need to get these eggs burning down a little bit here. So much basing. We're gonna have to come back again anyway, so... Does this still say 16 hours? No, we're down to 8 hours now. Hey, there we go. There we go. 8 hours and 5 minutes. Set me up a timer here real quick. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. That is dope. We'll have some char-chars and some gigas. Not that I even have the space to raise them, but we're gonna raise them in there anyway. You're ridiculous, Twisty. You are ridiculous. I don't actually care about this dread. Okay. You know, you always think when you're playing and you're like still kind of in a primitive place and you haven't gotten your base really built up yet, it's easy to feel like, you know, once I get to tech, things are going to slow down. I'm not going to need to farm as much, you know, things are going to be easier and better. But that is the opposite of what actually happens. The further and further you get, the more and more you have to farm and other bullshit. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Wants a cuddle. There we go. Cooked prime meat. There we go. Wants a cuddle. Yeah. Wants a cuddle. You want cooked prime fish meat because you suck. Wants a cuddle. Your base is ridiculous. Look at all this shit. Wants a cuddle. Regular kibble. I'm not dealing with that right now. So you're getting cryoed. Skynet's looking real good. Okay, that one's a breed, so it doesn't need. And this one needs prime fish meat, and I don't want to deal with that yet either. Okay, don't have to take that one on a walk. I think every other one of these is done. They ought to finish up here real soon, and then we'll come get the FFAs, and we'll throw them in the spot. I need to get some more Oviraptors. But that's something I'll deal with another time. I think everything over here is good for right now, though. Those creatures will raise up all on their own. The Theries popped. I only popped one of your Theries. So I accidentally popped all of your Rexes because I forgot to start my timer for them. Then I came back to base and they were just popped. So they're 41k HP, 1184 melee, which is unreasonable. Just unreasonable. And then the Theory that I popped, because I just wanted to have one imprinted Theory. That's an old line? Fudge? That is such a good line. I don't know what you're talking about. Old line. The best line I've ever had. Yeah, and then these theories popped. 1900. Well, so this is partially imprinted. At 1900 health, 13 melee. I think it came out 17k health. And 1100 melee. Yeah. But this is just the only one that I popped. So I don't know about the others. But yeah, 17k health and 1100 melee is ridiculous. They're going to be great for bosses for sure. Them and those Rexes. Jesus. You have a FFA small dino who will get out the base if I try to take it in. But I die and I can't get to the base. Really need to do the bosses. Do you mean the Dimorphodons? If those Dimorphodons die, I don't really give a shit. I can always get more Dimorphodons. Alright. Let's put all this stuff back. Let's go back over to the other base. Let's get some more stuff done. Really? Can't transfer over because I got poop in my inventory. Are you kidding me right now? Really, game? Really? Is that basilisks? You disgust me. To the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Okay, now something is apparently going wrong. Up there. Up there. Yeah, and y'all can actually stay in this corner. That's fine. And then let's do some housekeeping here to make this a little easier on Yumian. Let's find some creatures that I don't need anymore. And just throw them out. We're going to use this RG. Hmm. Hmm. You know what? Actually, let's just chuck all of these Dimorphodon out in that corner. I guess I don't actually need my Stegos anymore. Um, Actually, yeah, I don't need the Stegos anymore. Yeah, give me just 1 second here, Yumian. I am trying to clean this up real quick. So let's go to creatures here. And let's do Stego, upload, accept. Stego, upload, accept. Stego, upload, accept. There we go. That's better. Now you can actually get in and out. Yeah, I just don't need them pumping out eggs and stuff like I had them. I'll just FFA them and take them over to somebody's base and stoke some turrets or something. I mean, they're still good stegos. They still cap out at about 30k HP when they're leveled. Okay. Yeah. Where's your friend at? I just promoted you to admin so you can invite your friend now. If you're looking to do a bunch of farming, use that weight RG. And then there are also um, more Dodicaruses in the linked storage inside that little shack. There's should be an Anki in there, some Dodicaruses. There's a Mammoth in there if you need stuff like that. There's a couple of, well, there's a Stego in there. If you need to use a Stego for some reason, there's a Beaver. But yeah, use the weight RG, and I'll use this other RG. Because I don't necessarily need a ton of weight. You want to use the one that's got the brown colors though. That white one doesn't have very much weight. The one with the red and white. This only has like 700 weight, so I'll use it for. Or if you want to use the Managarmers for something, anything that any creature I have, you're welcome to use. Don't matter to me. Get them killed, fucking throw them off of cliffs. I don't care. They can always be replaced. Mm-hmm. Of course, it's hard to get started. I mean, you sort of need a base with heavy turrets before you can really go to sleep. And sometimes it's hard to do that in a single day. So, this server's still going to be here for the remainder of the month of February, so take your time. Really? To the left, to the left, to the left. Light posts are back. How did this corrupted Dilo get all the way over here? That's just silliness. Ah, simple pleasure that is farming resources. It's so calming. I was feeling pretty stressed out there for a minute. Breeding is just so much. I don't know how some of y'all do hundreds of creatures at a time. That would literally break my brain. Okay, if you don't whack the stupid light post. But I had to fill turrets, Skynet. Filling turrets is so ass. I can't wait until we get the ammo box. Because filling turrets sucks. And that's even, like, for me. I've only got one turret cap usually worth of turrets. I couldn't even imagine having to go do like 300 or 400 turrets. My brain would explode. I don't even think it'd be worth it. So my big deal here right now is I'm trying to get me some troughs. So once I get the troughs, I can also start raising some of those um, meat eater creatures. Right now, I really only have enough troughs for the berry eaters. Of course, honestly, by the time I get all these troughs done, all the berry eaters are going to be raised. And I'm not even going to need the berry troughs for berries anymore. So who knows? Who knows what's going on? I don't know what's going on. I'm just farming my life away. We are going to be farming meat like a lot. Because we want to get those Rexes up. We want to get... Who that is? No, that's a dude. What's up, dude? I see you. What's that person? No. What's up, person? Alright. Is it a little bit silly to be so generally nice to people in a PvP server? Probably. But who cares? It's fun. I like it. Could I have just killed that person and taken their kid or whatever? Sure. Of course, I maybe would have lost. I'm not wearing any gear. Ain't got a kid on me at all. It's just unnecessary. And it likely wouldn't really benefit me in any way. That person seems like they just recently got here. So they probably don't really have anything worth killing them for. It just don't make no dang sense. Besides, I'm too busy. I gotta get this Ellie. I gotta raise these creatures. Once these creatures are raised, I gotta do some boss fights, which probably won't happen until Monday, maybe. I gotta raid some. There are so many things to do in this game. People are always talking about how in order to be successful at this game, you have to play, every day, every minute. But honestly, it's not just about the fact that that's what you have to do to be successful. It's about the fact that there's just so many things to do that I just never run out of stuff to do. And so I just keep playing. A lot of other games, I just kind of feel like I'm done for the day? But in this game, it just constantly feels like there's a little bit more. I could go on another metal run, or I could go tame another creature, or I could wait for one more imprint on my babies, or I could, you know, go scout a server. It's never ending. Whoops. You come back over here, Archie. Everybody in the club get tipsy. Can't wait to throw these Rexes out and get them started. Amazing. It's gonna be a great day. Oh shit, that's a red one. Twisty just sent me a picture of their red stegos. It made me think of that line in Venom when the red symbiote comes out and he's like, oh shit, the red one. Okay. So y'all done fucked up, because this is my battle RG. He'll dookie on you. He dookied on. Battle RG fuck shit up. Well, 13, 14, 15. So a couple of more stacks, and then we'll have enough for a second trough. I think we'll probably just do 2 troughs. I was going to do 4, but that's going to take too long. So we'll get 2 more troughs for meat. We'll have 2 troughs for berries, 2 troughs for meat. We're just going to use regular raw meat instead of cooking it, because apparently raw meat gives more food, is what I was told by our viewers. So, yeah, since we have tech troughs, and the tech troughs will keep it cold, we'll just load it up with 200 raw meat, and that should be enough to raise our Rexes on. And then over the course of the next 8 hours, while we're raising our Rexes, we'll hopefully get our Rexes to a point where they don't need a lot of focus. And then we'll go ahead and pop out maybe 1 or 2 Gigas and 1 or 2 Karchars as well. And we'll raise those up just so we can use them for meat runs and maybe some OSDs and stuff when transfers open or something. We'll see what it is we're going to do with those. Let's go ahead and get on here, whack that, throw out the crystal, throw out the stone. We also want to get a little extra. We're going to do like a full load here. Approximately 30 minutes. Network will go down for 30 minutes for maintenance to upgrade all our servers to the version. This is a major version update. Requires a client update. That sucks. The reason that sucks is when there's a major update and we have to update the client, because I play on NVIDIA GeForce Now, I can't just download the patch and start playing. I have to wait for NVIDIA GeForce Now to do it. And the last time it took about an hour. So if the server network is going to go down for 30 minutes, yeah, usually it does take hours. Last time they did it really fast though, and it only took about an hour. And I was able to get right back on. So hopefully they're on top of it again like they were last time. So I'm going to spend the next half hour getting these troughs and stuff ready so that we can toss out these Rexes. And then when the servers go down, I'm probably going to go ahead and end the stream temporarily. And then I'll keep checking with NVIDIA GeForce Now and see when I can get back on. And then as soon as I can get back on, we'll go ahead and start up the stream again. Because I don't want to be done for the day. We've got a lot of stuff to do still. And I just want to keep going. So yeah, depending on how long it takes, if it takes more than about an hour, then I might not stream again today. And I might just get back on and play. Because it's only, I mean, it's only been 2.5 hours so far, so it'll only be about a 3-hour stream if we quit when servers come back, and I don't want that, so. This is one of the drawbacks to not having my own PC rig that can do all of this stuff, hopefully. Totally lost my train of thought. Twisty sent me another picture and I looked at it, and then I forgot what I was even talking about. But hopefully we can get back on relatively soon today. Let's see. It's 6 o'clock my time. Servers will go down at about 6:30 my time. Takes another hour. That'll be 7:30. Then we can easily stream for another 3 or 4 hours. That'll take us right into 11. Yeah. So if I'm not able to get back on before 8 o'clock, I probably won't turn the stream on again. Found how to put a bed in your base. Oh, did you really? Um, you are so far beyond where I normally play at as far as progression, Twisty, that I wouldn't even begin to know what you might need. Um, like I don't play at that level. I have no fucking clue. No, I don't think you should get a life. I absolutely think that playing ARK all day, every day is a totally viable life strategy. Obviously, it's what I do, and I enjoy the shit out of it. So, bury the pain in dinos. That's right. What's up, Squirt? How are you today? Thank you, Yumian, for finding a place to put a bed in my base. That's freaking epic. I'm gonna have to go look at it so I can see, so I know in the future. Because I have spent months not being able to spawn in my bed, and it's been driving me insane. Only get on for about 6 hours a day. That's a reasonable amount. I mean, most people would think that that's way too much, but I think it's reasonable. Especially, I mean, if you're your tribe's breeder, like you don't really have a choice. Use a controller and GeForce Now on my phone when I'm at work. That is an absolutely great use of GeForce Now. An absolutely great use of GeForce Now. And is one of the reasons that I think GeForce Now is such an incredible tool. Phew. Now we're gonna have to wait for 13 minutes to be able to get back over there. Actually, shouldn't do this yet. Put this dust back here. That right there. Let's see. Do I not have any antidotes? Damn, we don't have any antidotes over here. Oh, nice. That's actually wicked smart. That is wicked smart. I love that. Yeah, I mean, it's unlikely that anybody's gonna come grief it, so who cares? That's good shit. Good job. Thanks for putting that there. Let's see. Let's see if I even have a saddle on this mana. I do not. I don't have the resources to make one. So, instead, we'll go over to the snow. We're just going to do the poly thing later. I would love to be able to worry about all this stuff now, since the game is going down in about 30 minutes anyway. Go ahead and just get ourselves and all of our stuff transferred over to the other base. And then worry about poly later. So we've got 9 minutes we gotta wait here. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I'm pretty sad that we're not gonna get to just keep on playing right through here. But let's see, I think ARK just posted a little something here in the patch notes and in the announcements. Wow. Hey folks, the major version update is waiting to clear cert, and we're hopeful we'll get into that. Okay, that was earlier. Yeah, you have to have the Ingram again in order to use the tech rep. It might be possible to use the 2 Dreadnoughtuses to kill one of the bosses. Yeah. If you went and did like the Forest Titan, maybe you and your buddy, I imagine that those 2 dreads could probably take out the Forest Titan, and that would give you the tech rep Ingram, because any boss that you kill gives you the tech rep Ingram on any difficulty. So y'all might be able to do that. And the Mana Garmers should be good enough to get you through the forest, the underground forest cave, so that you can go get the... I mean, the game's about to go down in a half hour, Yumian, and I'm not going to be able to get down or get back on for a couple of hours. Because I've got to wait for NVIDIA GeForce Now to update the game. So it's going to be a while before I can get back on. But, I mean, you've got your buddy there, and I have two good dreads. One of them is imprinted and has over 200k health and almost 200% melee. And the other one is just short of 200k health with 168% melee. I believe they should be good enough. Only one of them has a saddle right now, but I have a saddle BP for a ramshackle saddle, so you could get the other one saddled. And then I'm sure y'all could do that. Wouldn't be no problem at all. I actually haven't beaten any of those bosses yet, so if y'all still haven't done it by the time I get back on, then I'll absolutely come help. One of us can ride a Manic Armor, and then the other two can ride the Dreads, and then we'll just go fuck shit up. It'll be a good time. But let's go through. This is a huge patch that's coming in here. So let's go through this patch real quick. Oh my god, it's a huge patch. So let's see. Club ARK Wasteland War is live. The Club ARK has received a Wasteland makeover, added new Bob's Tall Tales mission, Mad Mark, and Scrap Golem Rock Elemental variant as a rare reward for completing Mad Mark on Alpha difficulty. All Bob's Tall Tales missions now award equipment traits on completion. All Club ARK rewards have been updated to include Extinction and Wasteland content. The wardrobe has been updated to include Extinction and Wasteland content. Okay. I don't really know anything about Club ARK, so... Gameplay changes. Enraged Rex and Enraged Trike now award 3 times more XP. That's crazy. Enraged Rex and Enraged Trike now give Alpha XP type to allow Chibi leveling. A refactored Survivor Mate sorting ability to be more reliable. Survivor Mate can now collect sap from Sap Tap without needing a player to open the tap's inventory first. Hey, that's cool. Meat Carrier trait now includes spoiled meat. Nice. Moss Chops can now gather sap from sap trees in scorched earth. Tamed basilisks are now immune to radiation on aberration. Ooh, that's cool. Allowed Pigomastics deployment on aberration for gacha crystals. Experience removed from creatures when respecking them via the makeshift Megalab, reduced by 10% of current XP. Or sorry, reduced to 10% of current XP. Okay, whatever that means. OSDs and element veins will now highlight the last remaining 5 dinos of the wave. Holy crap, they finally did it. They're going to highlight the creatures. Cooldown for cryopotting a damaged creature has been reduced to 30 seconds, down from 60 seconds. Yo, that's huge. Reduce the damage transferred from structures placed on a platform saddle dino from 100% to 10%. Oh, okay. So they did have where damage to structures transferred to dinos. And it used to be 100%. Now it's down to 10%. That's crazy. Adjusted Tuso's melee attack to hit closer to its head to prevent it from getting stuck on small creatures that it could not hit. That's really cool. The Forest Titan drops the TP, does it really? I didn't know that. Titanoboa no longer gains points in oxygen. Tech Giga can now be cloned. Added the current quick ability icon to Armadago's whistle and colored the icon to show if the skill's on cooldown. Added a health indicator to Armadago's icon in companion mode showing current/max health. Added element imbued gasoline Ingram to Battle Rig's garage inventory, and garage no longer requires element imbued gasoline to craft. Added analog values for Battle Rig's gamepad controls for throttle and brake. Battle Rig carries over to the percentage HP it previously had when changing equipment. Prevented water reservoirs from being placed on platform saddles. Prevented gene scanner from tracking corrupted creatures. That is huge right there. Now you can actually track gigas here on Extinction. Extinction OSD and Element Vein auto stingers are now tied to the music slider. Audio stingers are now tied to the music slider. Okay. Tech Binocular UI now display mutation count without needing to access the ancestry page. Hey, that's cool. But I know, how do you do the bosses? Let me get through the rest of this patch notes, and then I'll walk you through it there, Yumian. Items now display their item rating in the inventory UI, which is relevant value when using the tinkering desk. That's awesome. DLSS default to enabled for compatible cards. We're barely going to get to transfer off before we pass out here, maybe. We also might die, and then we might have to wait again. So we got 20 seconds. Hopefully we don't pass out. And we passed out. Hopefully we wake up before dying. Please don't die. Yeah, while I'm waiting for this, because I gotta do this quick, I'll explain it, Yumian. So every boss requires an artifact. And... okay, we're good. Let's transfer. Every boss requires an artifact to do... an artifact or a set of artifacts to do the Gamma boss fights. And then to do any boss fight beyond Gamma, you also have to have tributes like RG Talons and Rex Legs and or arms or whatever, and all those different things. So to do the Gamma fights, you just have to go get the artifact. Specifically on Extinction, those artifacts are in the same caves where the terminal that you have to use to trigger the fights is. So all you do is you just go get the artifact, and then you go to the terminal and trigger the fight. And then the boss will summon, and you'll do it. Normally you get sent to a boss arena, but on Extinction, the bosses actually spawn into the open world. So it'll be really easy. We'll just go to the cave, we'll run the cave, we'll get the artifact, we'll put it in, we'll just run it on Gamma, and then we'll just kill the Forestite. And we'll be good to go. But let's go back through in here. Environment fixes. So fixed various mesh holes, rat holes, and floating objects across all maps. Fixed several false positive anti-mesh spots on the island, including areas around the volcano. Thank freaking God. Oh my God. Removed the erroneous tribe tower floating in the middle of the sky on the island. Fixed multiple cases of supply drops falling through the ground on Aberration. Fixed cave supply crates spawning in the mesh on Aberration. Fixed lava not dealing damage to large creatures on Scorched. Fixed snow ramp rendering gray in color on Extinction. Fixed a case where the tamed forest titan would slide when turning. Fixed meteors not damaging tamed creatures on Extinction. Oh, that sucks. Fixed a buildable area in Scorched Earth's boss arena. Fixed heat visuals displaying erroneously if the southwest surface entrance on Aberration, or in the southwest surface entrance. Fixed some locations where red gems were spawning in the green zone on Aberration. Fixed a waterfall missing audio on Aberration, and fixed Aberration's green obelisk having 2 beams. That's interesting. Some gameplay fixes. Fixed a server restart issue where creatures in the middle of taming would lose their taming effectiveness and become untamable. Fixed heavy turret requiring auto turret for repair. Fixed survivor mate's inability to repair heavy turret without auto turret in inventory. Fixed survivor mate accessing the inventory of structures picked up by Rhinio. Fixed survivor mate item input not copying to other turrets when using copy settings. Yo, what's up, Quizza? How are you? Fixed survivor mate accessing sealed barrels. Fixed survivor mate bypassing certain container restrictions. Fixed a multiplayer desync issue with survivor mate that could occur when changing model or modes. I don't really care about survivor mate, so I'm going to skip these. Removed Dreadmare requiring Alpha Raptor and Carno on extinction, and replaced Alpha Rex trophy entry to Enraged Rex. Oh, that's cool. Stay on main menu, don't quit the game, and you won't have to patch. For real? I know normally that happens, but this one actually says that you have to restart the client. Fixed tech binocular UI, not updating baby progress correctly. Fixed goo gun blueprints having a number of limited crafts. GeForce Now is already patching. Oh, interesting. Cool, cool. Played some Spider-Man and feeling sleepy. Well, that's cool. Glad you played some Spider-Man. Did it play any better, or was it still crashing all the time on you? Oh, they fixed the Biogrinder's inability to grind tall creatures, like the Giga and the Karcha. So it was always intended that you could grind those. It was just messed up. That's cool. Fixed an issue that caused crafting unstable element shards via the makeshift Mega Lab, resulting in a loss of materials. Improved the visuals of the Homo Deus skin. Homo Deus skin? I don't know. Fixed the train engine interfering with in-game sound. Fixed session list UI elements appearing offset on ultra-wide monitors. Fixed frame stuttering related to frame generation. Fixed client crash related to harvesting resources. Fixed client crash related to starting split screen. Fixed an issue that prevented equipping items from inventory after viewing the crafting or cosmetic tab. Okay, this is just too much for me to want to keep reading. We've already gone through most of like the big fixes and stuff though. So yeah, it looks like this is going to be a huge update. And looks like they did some good stuff for the game. The fact that they're taking out the requirement for Carno and Rex, Alpha Carno and Alpha Rex stuff on Extinction for taming Dreadmares is pretty cool. I know some of the folks that are on my server were having some problems taming Dreadmares here because of that. So it's nice to see that they're just trying to make it a little more user friendly to be able to do that. And it's nice to see some of the other changes that they've. I think we're going to probably, let's see, we've only got a couple minutes here. So we're going to go ahead and start logging off. and probably go ahead and end the stream here until I can get back on, because it's going to be at least a half hour for this patch to get implemented. So we'll see. We'll see whether or not I can actually just stay logged in and get back in or not. But I'm going to go ahead and do that, like Twisty mentioned. I will just stay on the screen here and see if I can get back in later. And if I can, then I will start the stream again. And if I can't, then we'll just wait until I can. Quizza, I'm sorry to bail on you right when you got here, but the game is going down for maintenance, so not really any point in streaming anymore. Um, so yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming out and being in the chat. Yumian, we will definitely get together on trying to get that boss down a little bit later today or tomorrow, whenever is going to be convenient for both of us. And we will see what we can get done about that. Yeah. So I hope everybody has a good day. If I don't get to see you again today because the game doesn't come back up. And otherwise, I will see you all in a little while when we can log back in. Have a good one.